Green Burrito is a fast food restaurant chain that started in 1980.
Wow! Fantástica! Buenísima! Great food, great prices. The Green Burrito. Our food speaks for itself. Yum.
In 1980, a Puerto Rican-born social worker named Ruben Rodriguez paid $40,000 for a small Mexican restaurant, the Green Burrito, a few blocks from his house in a Los Angeles suburb of Hawaiian Gardens. Dissatisfied with the eatery's heavy menu, Rodriguez took night classes in cooking and invented new recipes that were fresher and lighter. He wanted his establishment to occupy a market niche between fast food Mexican chains such as Taco Bell and more expensive sit-down restaurants. His strategy was validated as sales at the Green Burrito began to soar. In 1985, Rodriguez met Gary MacArthur, a more experienced restaurateur who was familiar with owning, operating, and developing franchises, though his previous venture in franchise building had resulted in bankruptcy. MacArthur was enchanted by Green Burrito's potential, and he pushed Rodriguez to franchise the concept. Rodriguez and MacArthur joined with attorney Robert Gibson in 1986 and founded GB Foods Inc., which owned the rights to the Green Burrito name and oversaw the building of new restaurants, both company-owned and franchised. For the next 4 years, GB Foods rolled out new company-owned stores and franchises in the Los Angeles area. The company differentiated itself from rival chains in a number of ways. Rather than pay a premium for roadside real estate, GB Foods built Green Burrito restaurants in less expensive strip malls. Green Burrito also rejected the plastic booths, drive-thrus, and multiple cashier counters characteristic of most fast food establishments in favor of real tables and long wooden order counters. In addition, its diverse menu featured an assortment of traditional Mexican dishes such as tacos, burritos, tostadas, chile rellenos, and flan. What truly distinguished Green Burrito from its counterparts, though, was its centralized food preparation and high-quality ingredients. GB Foods insisted that all proprietary menu items be prepared at the company's commissary. Less than a dozen cooks created dishes for all of Green Burrito's eateries. The dishes were delivered twice a week to individual restaurants, which then put the finishing touches on them. This method ensured a consistent quality of food and also helped keep costs down by allowing the company to pay its managers less. These lower labor costs enabled the company to buy more expensive ingredients. GB Foods spent 38% more than the average fast food establishment on its ingredients, using higher quality meats, chicken meats, as well as lean pork. The company blossomed during the late 1980s. Between 1985 and 1990, GB Foods built a network of 9 company-owned and 23 franchised Green Burrito restaurants. Low startup costs made the franchises attractive to prospective owners. GB Foods sold its franchises for $25,000 and without the need for heavy equipment or drive-through technology. Startup costs to the franchisee ranged from $209,000 to $312,000 in 1990, compared with $400,000 needed to purchase a lot to construct the Taco Bell. In 1990, they took the company public under the name GB Foods Corp. By September of 1992, 44 Green Burrito restaurants existed, all in the Los Angeles area. Rodriguez opted to locate some of the newest restaurants in less traveled areas such as Laverne and Temecula so that Green Burrito could beat the majors like Taco Bell and McDonald's in establishing new markets. In April of 1992, GB Foods signed an agreement with KFF Management, a 62-unit Arby's franchise in Los Angeles, to convert 10 underperforming Arby's restaurants into a dual-concept store that offered both Green Burrito and Arby's menus. The first established opened in September, and they saw their sales nearly double. But GB Foods lacked sufficient capital to continue to expand. GB Foods, under new management, immediately began to cast about for a partner to implement his dual-concept restaurant, settling on Carl Karcher, the chairman of CKE Restaurants, Inc., which was the parent company of Carl's Jr. Although Karcher was supportive of the idea, the rest of the CKE board was not. After a boardroom battle, Karcher was dismissed as CKE's chairman. In July of 1994, the CKE board reversed course and approved a test of the dual Carl's Jr. Green Burrito restaurants. Then, in a further twist, CKE decided early in 1995 to abandon the dual branding with Green Burrito and instead develop a dual concept with its own Mexican concept called Picante Grill. GB Foods subsequently sued CKE, calling the new concept a knockoff. Finally, in June of 1995, the two parties settled their differences and agreed to develop a minimum of 140 dual-branded locations. In 1998, GB Foods changes its name to the Santa Barbara Restaurant Group. In March of 2002, Santa Barbara Restaurant Group was acquired by CKE Restaurants in a swap of company stock. At the time of the acquisition, both companies shared many board members, and Santa Barbara Restaurant Group operated 56 La Salsa restaurants, 25 Timber Lodge Steakhouse restaurants, and 5 Green Burrito restaurants, while also franchising 39 La Salsa restaurants, 30 Green Burrito standalone restaurants, 1 Timber Lodge Steakhouse restaurant, and 195 Green Burrito dual concept restaurants. CKE was also the largest franchisee of the Green Burrito concept, all of which were sharing space at selected Carl's Jr. locations at the time of the acquisition, so the result of the acquisition made it easier for CKE to expand the Green Burrito dual brand concept to additional Carl's Jr. locations. The future of the Green Burrito is unclear. There are reports that many of the Green Burrito names have been dropped from the dual restaurant concept. Many are just plain Carl's Jr. now. If you know more about the Thank you for watching. If you like this content, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Thanks.